the world has really changed in 7 years, Marcus. I mean, we've had all these social upheavals and movements with Black Lives Matter and Me Too and Church Too, and there's a greater awareness about maybe power dynamics and how people who don't have power can and are hurt by them in institutions, organizations, cultures, etc. You have the rise maybe in the white evangelical church of sort of virulent, blatant Christian nationalism that it maybe was latent before in our churches, but now has kind of come out emboldened, perhaps, in this new environment that we're in, and that seems to have caused a lot of upheaval in churches. So you have, major religious figures who 10 years ago were the paragons of leadership, right? The person who put on the Global Leadership Summit, was removed from ministry for failing in leadership. And then you have, a largely white evangelical church trying to reckon with a legacy or inheritance of white supremacy and racism, and how do we do that in a white space? And then you have, the rise of like a Christian nationalistic sort of zealotry. And I think a lot of white Christians are reeling. They've lost confidence in their leaders and maybe lost a desire to be in church, can't find a church maybe that feels like it's focused on Jesus or the kingdom of God. And so we've experienced this ourselves, Ben and I, and then also just interface with people all the time, both pastors and lay people who are having serious crises of faith because of what's happening in our culture and what's happening around them. And so in large part, this book was written from our discipling and coaching and counseling and training those people, and as a way forward and through that, what feels like an impenetrable morass, I guess you could say.